Now that I'm aware that I need these boundaries, I often find the opportunity to practice setting these boundaries, practice utilizing the boundaries, practice putting forth myself into the equation. Because for so long, whether it be my upbringing, whether it be societal conditioning, I always put everyone ahead of me. You could say it's a people pleaser. You could call it the path of an empath. Whatever the fuck it is, I never put myself first. And I always rationalized it to have a new experience, to see if whatever was being offered was gonna be interesting or not, be something that I would enjoy. More oftentimes than not, it was not the case. More oftentimes than not, it was more that pleasing everyone else type situation, wanting everybody to like me, wanting not to stir the pot, not to cause any chaos or make anybody else feel uncomfortable. Anything I could do to make everybody else so much happier. So now that I'm aware of this, now that this has been something that I have come across in the last couple of years, the only way to overcome this is by practicing setting these boundaries, putting myself into the equation. And so here I am in a situation that I did practice boundaries. I did put myself into the equation, and I did, if you want to call it, stand up for myself. I made sure to speak my mind and make sure that what I was agreeing to was going to benefit me the same that it was going to benefit the askee. Here's the kicker though. When the initial request was asked, I had the feeling. I had the internal, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And because it was a friend of mine, and because typically there is money involved, that was my boundary. I made sure up front to request the fee that would be required in this situation. And so because it's dog sitting, it's because I dog sit on the regular, it's to some extent like not a big deal. It's what I do. I just have done it for the last 3 weekends, and I was kind of wanting to take this weekend for myself. So anyways, I get this feeling where I don't really want to do it, but I'm available, and I haven't been able to hang out with this little guy behind me in a hot minute. So set my boundary, and I request my fee, and all goes great, totally fine, which I didn't think there would be an issue. It was just that I wanted to have the weekend. But whatever, it's helping them out, it's helping me out, everybody's peachy keeney. Until yesterday, when I get the message of, well, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, we got a cat. So, not a big deal. Cats are cute. But I am allergic. I am fine as long as I don't touch them typically. I have been around cats and I don't die. There's no hives that occur. It's just uncomfortable. If I touch them and then touch my face, my eyes start itching. It's uncomfortable and it's annoying. My nose starts going crazy. There are solutions. So, because it was the day before they were heading out of town, I didn't make a big deal out of it. Everything was peachy keeney. Everything's fine. Until I get here, and within an hour, everything goes to shit. I think it was because I petted him and then touched my face, which is a big no-no. So whose fault is this? Whose fault all the way around is this? I initially had the feeling that I didn't want to do it, even before I knew about the cat. And then I touched the cat and then touched my face before washing my hands. So again, whose fault is this? I can't be mad at them. I can't be mad at the cat. Like, there is nobody else to take responsibility of this except for myself. I could have very easily told them yesterday when I found out that there was a cat that no, unfortunately, I am not available to watch both of the animals. Why, I am allergic. But instead, I fell back into those old patterns of, let's make their life easier. Let's not create any chaos. Ruin their smoothness before they head out of town, searching for somebody else to come and take care of the little fur babies. It's been slightly miserable. I have my remedies. There's always a solution, and in anything, there's always a solution. I mean, my solution is eye drops and Benadryl, and don't touch the cat, and touch your face until you wash your hands if you do touch the cat. So, there's always a solution. But I have to admit that there was, in the beginning, even this morning when I woke up, I just really didn't want to come. Like, God, why did you agree to this? And then not even ask for anything extra for the second fur baby, which there's typically an extra fee. But I didn't even think about it at the moment, because whenever the initial insight that there was a cat going to be here as well, I was too wrapped up in my own head. I was too wrapped up in the situation of, oh no, that's gonna make things miserable. That's going to make my weekend miserable. But I can't do anything about it, and so everything will be fine. I can just take my medicine. I can rationalize my way out of this. Everything is going to be peachy keen. And with that, forgot anything about adding an additional fee, and then got paid for the pepperoni. And then got mad at myself again. Like, God damn it, why didn't you say anything? Like, thank you for prepaying, but damn it. And then I got all spun up about that. And it wasn't until today that I realized, like, I mean, it's probably not too late now, but there's a solution to that. Like, there can be another money transfer. There can be added on. And yet I found myself getting caught up in my own emotions, getting caught up in, for one, saying yes to something that I really didn't want to do in the first place. And for two, getting caught up in that grief and that irritation, more so with myself, like initially at the situation, initially at the ask, but it really all comes down to my boundary. It all comes down to my decision, and it all comes down to my responsibility to speak up, my responsibility to make the choice that I actually want to take. So, here we are, and it's very interesting because I've been on multiple calls today as well, and these things have been occurring. This whole topic has been occurring in the fact of speaking up in your authentic voice and taking responsibility. There's this whole power dynamic because everything is energy, and so when you are pissed off at somebody else, if you are pissed off at some other situation, then your focus is going into that irritation, into that anger. Believe me, that's how we got here. Yet, if I would have reeled it in, if I would have just given myself a moment to come back into myself and ask myself, how can we make this better? How can we make this to where everybody benefits? How can we make this so that you are part of the equation and you're not just doing for everybody else? Which, like I said, I thought I was doing with my practicing of asking for the fee up front. There's obviously more than just one step. Obviously, the universe was giving me 2 opportunities to practice my boundaries, not just get the courage to get into an uncomfortable weirdness that I'm not typically used to doing, rather following through. That's another pattern. So, what do you do? Like, what do you do? You take responsibility. It is our choice. It is us who makes the decisions on how we move forward in most cases. Now, there are some other situations that maybe that's not so much the case. But in a typical aspect no matter what, if we come back and we take responsibility, then we bring our power back to us. We are no longer allowing other situations, other people, other things to dictate us. And then we just find a solution. Maybe it's not the most ideal solution for everybody, but there's always a solution. There's always a way to get through something, get through anything. So, lesson learned. We start listening to our little inner voice. Keep on taking the opportunity to practice these new boundaries and these new skills that we have come across, and not beat ourselves up. That's pretty much the half of it. Like, not beat ourselves up. Because that was something I had really, it had taken me a while today. I had gotten over trying to put the blame onto somebody else. And then I just was really mad at myself. I was just really mad at myself. And I sat with it. This is another step that I don't typically do. I actually sat with it. And while I sat with it, I almost even caught myself wanting to just dwell in it. I almost caught myself just, I felt it. Like, I was very aware of it. I was mad. It was everything that I could just pinpoint that was gonna make things shitty were just more things to add fuel to the fire. The only good thing that I could come out with this whole situation was the fact that it's supposed to rain this weekend, and so I wouldn't be able to get on the motorcycle even if I wanted to, which that was going to be my plan for the weekend. So there was my little light at the end of the tunnel that honestly did help me pull myself out of it, until the fact that I was like, I'm not going to sit here and dwell about this. I'm not, like, it does no good to just sit here and be pissy with the fact that it does no good. If it does no good, then what's the point in sitting in it? Like, honestly. So, if you are becoming more aware of your intuition or gut reactions, because these are all new things to me. I'm still not, like, I'm practicing getting more into my body, but I'm definitely not, I guess I'm not getting the feelings that I'm expecting to get for what it is guiding me in the right direction. Because honestly, with this whole fact of not wanting to do it, I thought it was actually more of like an inner tantrum. Like, it's the weekend. I want to do something this weekend. Which, like, buck up, Sally. We have shit we have to do. But now I'm really questioning. Was that the intuition? Was that the internal guide that would have saved me from this situation? I don't really know. I'm intrigued. So, I guess hit that subscribe button so you can follow along for the next instance of me actually saying no when I don't want to do something. What? I know, it's crazy. Let me know down below. Do you do this shit? Like, have you caught yourself saying yes to shit that you don't want to do and then getting yourself into, for lack of better words, a pickle? I always have high hopes that good things are gonna happen. But clearly, I mean, there is good. This cat is cute, but anyways, I would love to hear it. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Have you mastered this skill? Because I would love to chat with you. All right, guys. Till next time.